Welcome to another episode of Confessions of a Career Coach with Elena Agad. So today's confession is that I have spent a lot of time just planning things. I've spent a lot of time trying to get certified and get education, all these things, which are all great. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't always do it because I felt like, oh, well, I need the cert. I did it more to quiet down the imposter syndrome that is just so loud in my head. It still is to this day. I mean, it's a little bit quieter than before potentially, but it's still very much there. And I was doing all these things to prove to myself that oh, I have what it takes and etc. And eventually what I realized is that actually doing the things that I want to do and gaining experience in whatever field I'm trying to be in at that time, that is what built that credibility, not only with myself and the confidence it gave me, but also with my network, right? So nobody cares how much you studied or how certified you are. It's good, don't get me wrong, it's a good thing, but it's not enough and it's not everything. And today I talked to a lot of clients and colleagues and just friends, and how often are we just planning and are we just saying, well, when I do this or when I'm ready or etc. You're never really ready, and just sitting there in your head is not gonna it's not gonna move you forward. It just doesn't work like that. You gotta just take action, whatever small action you can take towards whatever it is that you're trying to do. That's where it's at. That is the magic formula, if there was one, is just to take action. I feel that, again, a lot of people I talk to, and myself included, this is a confession podcast, this is how I used to be as well. Is I would sit there and overthink and plan and and try to do the positive thinking and hope for the best. And they always tell you okay, if you just think positive, or if you do X, Y, and Z, it's going to, it's going to come your way, and it's going to, you're going to see a sign. There's no sign. It's all bullshit. The only thing that shows you a sign is actually do something. You're good at it, or maybe you do it and you're like, okay, this is hard. Let me see if I want to keep going. Don't have the stamina for it. In any case, it will show you something. It will always give you an answer, right? It might not be the answer you're looking for, but it will always give you that answer. Taking an action, actually doing something, trying something. Overcoming fear of whatever it is, fear of failure, fear of, being embarrassed in front of others, whatever it may be, but actually taking a step towards your goals, towards whatever it is that you want to, become, to whatever you want to do. That's where it's at. And I cannot stress it enough. It's, most of my clients, that's where it's at. And it's interesting because a lot of the times when people talk to me, it's not that people don't know what they want to do. Most of us know what we want to do. What we need from a coach or a mentor, whoever, is just that little push. And just for us to say, listen, it's okay if you do this, and break it down maybe in little baby steps, that it doesn't seem so scary and big, but really just those little baby actions that you can take towards that next step in your career, in your relationship, in your life, in your health, in your fitness, whatever it may be. It's just taking those baby steps that will always drive you forward. Planning is great, but if all you're doing is planning, please rethink that and look at what actions can you take today instead of being in your head and waiting for that perfect moment, right? Time will pass anyway. Try to find an action that you can take today to get you to that next level, whatever it is, whatever that goal you have, the aspiration, just taking an action is where it's at. Let me know how it goes.